You know, you probably noticed in the earlier segments the cake in the background. Well, the cake's going to play a very vital role in this segment of our Fan the Flame date because there's three key parts to this cake. There's the plate that it sits on, the foundation, and if it didn't sit on this foundation, it would crumble in my hand and fall to the floor. And this plate kind of represents the agape love, the commitment, the unconditional love that we need to have for one another as husbands and wives. And then underneath all this good white icing is the cake. It's the substance. It's what gives the cake its value. And that's friendship. That's the phileo love, the friendship that exists between a husband and wife. And then the nice thing about being married is we get to enjoy the icing on the cake, the Eros love. And that's what we're going to look at in this segment as we see how Bill and Jean learn what Eros love is and how it relates to marriage. Bill and Jean are back for their last session with Counselor. They've been excited to learn about the three kinds of love it takes to make a marriage. Counselor noticed that they were holding hands this time, and he said with a smile,
I see your friendship's growing. That's good, because today we want to talk about the type of love that's unique to married couples, Eros love.
What's Eros love?
Well, in a word, it's passion, those strong, intense, romantic feelings. It's the strong physical or sexual attraction that a couple has for one another.
Ah, that urge to merge you were talking about last time, Bill said with a sheepish grin. Jean shot him a horrified look, but Counselor quickly replied with a chuckle.
You're right. And according to research, this fiery passion of sexual love is the #1 reason why couples get married in America. And over half of those couples believe that not being in Eros love is grounds for ending their marriages.
Now, I read about all those Hollywood breakups in the tabloids while I'm checking out of the grocery store. You know, our culture really seems to be selling that this Eros love you're talking about is the most important aspect of love.
You know, that's pretty insightful, Bill. Too many couples never grow past their infatuation with each other, believing that those strong, intense feelings they have for each other are indeed true love. And that just isn't true. But you need to see that this type of love is what makes marriage so special. God designed Eros to be freely shared between a husband and a wife who've made an unbreakable commitment to each other.
That agape love we were talking about.
That's right. Quick learner, Bill. God's made it clear that in His Word, He wants couples to enjoy this kind of love. It's a powerful unity builder. It's an exclusive love language that only husbands and wives speak to each other. We're supposed to agape everyone, love them because God does. We can only phileo a small number of friends, and we only Eros our spouse.
Well, that makes sense.
It's a lot like a wedding cake. Every cake has to have a solid foundation. Cakes can't be carried around without a plate or a box to keep them from crumbling. That foundation is the agape love we've been talking about. The actual substance of the cake, the spongy cake itself, well, that's the phileo love. The stronger a couple's friendship, the better the cake.
No, I'm thinking it's probably a marble cake. You know, the two individual personalities swirling around together to become one cake.
That's a pretty cool picture, Bill. I like that. But what I was getting ready to tell you about was the icing on the cake.
Eros love?
Exactly. Everybody loves the icing. But without the foundation and the cake to give it shape and to keep it in place, it has no support. That's why you came to see me, Bill, because you were feeling infatuated with Jean. There were a lot of feelings, but nothing to really ground them on.
That's right.
So keep working on building your agape and your phileo love for each other, and let's see where this relationship goes.
So Bill and Jean did just that.
Love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. Love and marriage, it's an institute you can't disparage. Ask the local gentry, and they will say it's elementary. Try to separate them. It's an illusion. Try, and you will only come to this conclusion: love and marriage, love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. Dad was told by Mother, you can't have one, you can't have none, you can't have one without the other.
After 39 years of marriage, Karen and I can tell you that we love each other more today than on the day that we got married. And that's because our agape love, our commitment has grown, and years of life experiences together as best friends have grown our phileo love. And as you folks now get together to talk knee to knee, nose to nose about Eros and the role that it plays in your marriage, Karen and I are going to enjoy a piece of cake.